for this team or areas of focus for this next few days?
Sense of urgency on the defensive end. That's about it. Everything else will come easy once we get that down.
Do you feel like this past week or so, did it feel like any other week, or were there some emotional games that you guys kind of went through?
I mean, in-season tournament feels like a playoff game. So yeah, them emotional losses and wins too. So, but I wouldn't say it felt like any other week because it hasn't been an in-season tournament before.
Right.
So it's been a little different. But I mean, we got practice now, so we get to watch our mistakes and see what we got to do.
In a way, is it kind of like a cleanse from that moment and just move in and kind of get back into routine of making it feel like a normal season?
Yes and no, because I think that the tournament's going to be around, though, so we got to get used to it. But yeah, it's time to get back on track.
Like, have you guys been talking about, the ultimate goal, to get through this season and make the playoff next spring too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And now we're closer to that. Like I said, we just need a little bit more sense of urgency on the defensive end, and we'll figure it out.
Mike has been saying you guys haven't been stringing the points as consistently and quick this year. Like, what have you kind of been seeing with that, and maybe the reason?
I really don't know the reason, man. I can't speak for everybody else. So we be sending on film. We beat close to the corner. We just stopped short. So it's not really just any more something we could do more or less. We just got to get an effort to get back to the corner.
Do you think more often than not it's the beat against the board that they just want to be pushing?
Yes and no sometimes. Because I push the ball up. Fox push the balls up. Domas push the ball up. But sometimes I dribble the ball, Fox dribble the ball, and Domas dribble the ball. So it just depends on the game and the field. But we got to get better at that, of course.
From a more just broad view, I mean, your next game will be your 20th game. Is it typically around 20 games where you kind of really get a feel for what this team and what this season can be like?
I don't know, man. I don't want to speak too soon because people thought we were going to die out last year when we went on a little streak and we didn't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, these teams, the way they defend y'all, is they kind of like, focusing on taking away those DHOs from you guys?
I mean, you watching the game with us. So, I mean, they're not taking away anything from us because we're still doing it. They just pressuring me and Fox a little more and Domas as well. So, we got to figure things to beat that.
You seem more and more comfortable in pick and roll situations as the season goes on. Have you ever felt this comfortable with the dudes you're playing with in those situations in your career?
In the NBA, no. I've been handling the ball my whole life, so I was just waiting for a team to let me get this opportunity, and thankfully it's been Sacramento, and I'm able to thrive in this scenario. But yeah, I've been doing that my whole life.
Why do you think that is? If you had to guess, why do you think that they didn't maybe have faith in you as a playmaker, so to speak?
I don't know. Ask Charlotte.
Yeah.
Mitch Kupchak and James Borrego. Ask those guys.
But with the Lakers, it was a little bit different, right? They trusted
it's
you with
LeBron
that.
and AD over here.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't need the ball that much. But when I had the ball, I made some plays. So
is it about being in the perfect system or a system that fits, let me say that, and the coaching or both?
I think that goes in the same thing, the same boat. Yeah, it's just the system. There's a lot of guys that come in the NBA and don't be the same guy as they were in college because they're not in the right system or they're not getting as much minutes or touches. So, yeah, you got to be in the right situation.
You mentioned the sense of urgency defensively. I feel like you guys are having better defensive moments this year compared to last year. You don't think so?
Early, yes.
So what's it when you guys are locked in? What's that look like to you?
That's a good question, man. I really can't think that far back. Y'all making me think a little too much right now. It's off there.
I guess my point is, I feel like this year you guys are having some moments where it looks like you're doing some better things defensively, just not doing it consistently.
Yeah, we have some moments, but we have some even bad moments too. So we just got to get it on the positive side, and I think we'll be all right.
Now that you know it's Phoenix Friday, what stands out to you about that matchup?
A bunch of all-stars over there. We got to lock in. Way more than we've been doing. Like I said, way more sense of urgency on the defensive end, and the game will play out itself.